Minecraft world that precious 15,000 days, you face a creeping and insidious enemy. Not you, buddy. Burnout. Lately, I felt like giving up on this world and my channel, so I gave myself an ultimatum. I have to build the largest project I ever planned before the 15,000 day milestone. It's a 100-day challenge, only shorter. I started in a creative copy of my world but instantly hit builder's block. To test the scale, I built this ugly red cube will tower over the horizon from the city entrance, but it won't look too heavy from the streets. But it won't be a red cube. To cure my boredom, my world needs a Gothic Citadel. And here is my first tip for you. When Minecraft feels heavy, close the game. Look outside. I found my spark in real-world history. This is what I'm aiming for. Massive monument to celebrate 15,000 days. But to make this dream a reality in less than 100 days, I need materials. A lot of them. The reality of survival mode kicks in. This is a huge project. Digging and gathering materials can be boring, but when you're facing burnout, repetitive actions can actually be therapeutic. Your mind goes on autopilot and can find its own pace. And don't let the mere amount of materials to scare you. Focus on filling one shulker box at a time. This is tip number 2 for surviving a forever world. Break the giant monster into bite-sized pieces. But since I haven't slept for 5 hours, that monster wants to cut me into bite-sized pieces. Alright, I'm in a hurry, but I deserve some rest. Good night! Time to terraform the area and lay down the foundations. And this is where the sheer scale of the Gothic Citadel became terrifying. The layout alone took me 3 whole days just to get the symmetry right. Building in a forever world means you're constantly competing with your past self. The Citadel has to feel more detailed, more mature than anything I built before. And yes, I know what you're thinking, it looks like a floating island right now. The terrain is a mess, but we are ignoring the terraforming until the very end to focus on the Citadel. Trust the process! As I was raising the walls, I realized something. This building has no functional purpose. There are no farms inside, no storage, but strangely, building something useless was exactly what cued me. I was playing just for the joy of creating. Sometimes you don't need another farm. You just need a reason to love the game again. And I want to ask you, have you ever experienced this kind of burnout in your long-term worlds? How did you overcome it? Let me know in the comments while I build the left side of the front. To simulate window shutters, I wanted to use looms. They look amazing, but hey, just this section needed a full stack. Repeating these window shutters on the right side and then for the whole building means more than 100 looms. I need 1000 strings! A spider spawner farm won't work and I don't have the time to build a massive string farm from scratch. So I had to pivot. I will keep the looms only for the central windows and switch to chiseled bookshelves for the others. They're slightly darker, but they still provide the perfect structural detail. And that's tip number 3 for a forever world. Don't be afraid to change your plans. Progress isn't a straight line. Sometimes compromising on a resource opens the door to a design you didn't even think of. The other 3 facades are variations of the main one, but adapted to fit the rest of the structure without competing with the main entrance. So, they won't be high towers or the central dome, but I am repeating the window designs to keep the balance. But I didn't want to be too repetitive. In the new 3 sides, I will insert a massive 4-winged Victorian glass arcade. You will see. I was rushing as fast as I could, but it quickly dawned on me that finishing before the 15,000 day milestone would be virtually impossible. I only slept once every IRL hour or so, and only when the moon was waning, so as not to waste time. Oh, seriously? A drone climbed all the way up here just to annoy me, and I can still hear a phantom from last night's party. Come on, let's get back to work. Note to future me, shelves decorations are awesome, but never, ever put them in a hard-to-reach place. Designing 4 massive sides that actually connect perfectly without looking messy is a puzzle in itself, but seeing the full shape finally come together, that's the moment the burnout completely vanished. It's time to get back to the main entrance with its high towers and the central dome. I created more window designs for the towers using jungle shelves. We have composters on the small ones and my favorite, bamboo signs placed against the shelves. The completion of the dome with its smooth gradient and the vibrant red roof felt like a further goal to me. Finally, everything fits together and the entire citadel makes sense. The external perimeter and the main towers are done. And now comes the tricky part. Connect everything with the roof and set up the Victorian arcade. There were only 10 days left when I started the arcade, but it was only a matter of connecting the 3 entrances with a glass and copper roof. Then I spent a couple of days building a cheap oak plank platform inside. Remember, the part of the citadel is still floating. And then designing a floor pattern. You might think that after building the entire exterior I should have an idea of the size, but I still underestimate the time it will take. I needed more than 2,000 blocks just for the decorations. Sir, we have different opinions on the subject of decorated floors. Sit in a boat so I can tell you my point. I am mad with you guys. I know, stealing blocks is a nice mechanic that gives Enderman personality, but I still hate it. The arcade turned out even better than I expected. Usually it's the exact opposite of the heavy Gothic front, pure light, metal and glass. I spent another day adding some greenery in front of the building. The trees are a few blocks tall to give a greater sense vibe to the citadel. 5 days left. I spent every single second shaping the terrain, trying to anchor this giant to the ground so it finally looks like it belongs here. But time was running out. And then we hit it, the dawn of day 15,000 in my forever world. I did it. I can finally catch my breath. The 15,000 day citadel is done, and yes, I had a celebratory map ready for the occasion. You know how I am. It might not meet the vibe, but it belongs here. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I would just celebrate and find myself bored again. But as I gazed at this bright glass arcade, kissed by gentle sunbeams, something shifted. The citadel didn't just cure my boredom, it inspired me. It forced me to keep going. I spent the next 30 days doing something I didn't even plan, bringing the interior to life. 2 tiers of grand arches overlook the corridors and divide the space into 4 grand sectors. A welcoming banquet hall, a ballroom with an orchestra, and fontaine areas, all illuminated by large chandeliers. Even for a building without a practical purpose, walking through these halls felt incredible. The Gothic Citadel didn't just transform the skyline of my world, it saved it. If you are struggling with motivation in Minecraft or in life, remember, you don't need a fresh start. You just need to dare. Dream big. Build bigger. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.